She's like love, 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 and music. La, la, la. Love, 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 and music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is a full version of Corner Talk for today, Saturday. I did a little short one regarding the Nelly details of the accusations of his rape. I did that one in one separate video, and this will be a separate one because this is some other little things that I want to touch on and discuss. Y'all know I do these Corner Talks based on my opinion on stuff besides TV shows. So things happen in the world and in the news. This is my way to just, come to the corner and have a little talk with y'all. Hope everyone is having a great weekend, a great Saturday. After this, I'll be watching Married to Medicine and reviewing that particular show. And then the work week begin. Well, and then all the regular shows I'll be reviewing, as of tomorrow. So, Eve, who is currently on the talk, she's a new talk show host on there. She took over for Aisha Tyler, and this past week she was on there, and she brought up how her and Lil Kim possibly weren't the best of friends back in the day. And, she brings up how, like, with the first time she met Kim, how she just kind of went up to her, like, oh my God, hi, was extra friendly, was like, can we work together? Can we be on my album? And she said, Lil Kim was just like, okay. Meaning that she kind of, like, blew her off a little bit. And she was saying, over the years they have became friends and now they are cool or whatever. But she was just saying, and she wasn't like just talking about Kim in general. They were having a whole different discussion just about different things, how people can react, and you can just not realize how a relationship is or whatnot. So, of course, Lil Kim came back saying like, oh my God, I don't remember it like that. Why do people bring me up into conversations like that? Like, I don't remember it happening that way. And people were saying like, well, dang, look, is Eve lying? I don't think either one of them are lying. I think in life there are two realizations over situations. Sometimes the way you see things is not how someone else sees things. And I can imagine back in the day when Lil Kim was Lil Kim, okay? Not the Lil Kim y'all see now. Not this, weird Asian looking Lil Kim. I mean black Lil Kim with, the little buck teeth. She was still a pretty person, but the original Lil Kim. I can imagine new Lil Eve being extra nice and just thinking, oh my God, I love Lil Kim, and run up to her asking for stuff, and Lil Kim being like, who is this girl walking up to me asking me to be on her album, and I'm Lil Kim. I can imagine it being that way. I don't think Lil Kim probably meant any shade or harm to it, because she said, like, I kept asking her, and she kept kind of just blowing me off and just not going through with it. I can completely imagine that happening. I think people took it as if she was saying Lil Kim was purposely mean to me as Eve. She knew who I was and she dissed me and she didn't want to work with me and blah, 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 blah. We have to remember Eve that we know now wasn't always big time Eve. Eve at one point was a new artist. So, when a new artist comes up to an established artist asking, oh my God, can you work with me? Back in the day, she might not have been so, oh my God, sure. So it could have been that thing. And even Lil Kim's acting like, oh my God, where she get that from? People knew Lil Kim back then was crazy. She did things, acted certain ways. She was the queen bee. She was one of the only female rappers. No, she wasn't, I think, because we also had Foxy Brown back then. But she was a big-time rapper back then or whatever. So I can imagine it being true. So I don't know why people are trying to drag Eve or even anyone trying to drag Lil Kim. It is what it is. And it happened a long time ago. And no one can say that Eve didn't feel slighted. So why bring it up now? Because they were having a conversation on the talk show. And she brought up an experience that she had been through. And, it is what it is. So I don't care either way. I feel like, girl, bye. Lil Kim denying. I think Lil Kim could have or should have said, oh, I didn't even know that you felt that way. Oh, thank God we friends now, versus saying that ain't how I remember it. Because that's like saying Eve was lying. And I think we as human beings can't tell someone how they felt about how we treated them. Because my thing is, I don't think back in the day Lil Kim ever was on an Eve record. So clearly, if she said I asked for it to be on my record and you never did it, some didn't come up and so it was what it was. But anyway, so yeah, we see that whole little thing. But girl, don't nobody care. I don't need Lil Kim to come drag this out as a whole reason for her to go on it. I don't need Lil Kim to go on no talk shows talk about it. I don't need no podcasts to talk about it. I don't need no exposés to talk about it. Let's just say, hey, it happened a long time ago. Y'all both have said that y'all have since then connected, talked, conversated. Y'all are cool friends now. So it is what it is. Leave it be that. Because a lot of friendships can start from a place of, I didn't think we'll be cool because before you ain't even talk to me. And then you figure out, oh, we have so much in common. We just when you first met, you were at a different point in life to where you weren't trying to meet anybody. You was like, I am who I am. I don't, hey from afar. And then as you get older and you start just to talk to more people and do different things, you become cool people. So it is what it is. Next, Ginuwine. When I heard this whole story, I was like, oh my God, I want to do a whole review on it. So Ginuwine is on like Big Brother, Celebrity Edition in whatever country. And on the particular show, there's a transgender person on there. There's a woman who was born male, and she is currently transgendered and everything. So they're basically having a conversation about, I guess, how hard it is to date as a transgender person. And some kind of way, the question was asked to Ginuwine, like, would you date me as a woman? And he was like, well, no, not if you told me you were transgender, I wouldn't. And she's like, no, what if I didn't tell you I was, that I was? Like, would you just date, a woman? And he said, well, sure, I would date a woman, yeah. Meaning, he don't want to date a woman who was born a male. And every person has that right to say, I have nothing against a transgender person. I just don't want to date a transgender person. Why? Because I don't want to date someone who was born a man or who was born a woman. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has that right. The same way a trans person has the right to say, even though I was born male, I identify as female. So I'm gonna change what I am to be more comfortable. You can't expect someone to be like, because you're transgendered and I accept you as a transgender person, I should also be okay with dating you in your new self. Not that ain't what I'm comfortable with. And, from there, it was a thing of where, when he said, well, no, I would date a regular woman, yeah. Well, he didn't say regular. He said, yes, I would date a woman. And when he said that, I knew exactly what he meant. He meant, I don't want to date a transgender person. And that's his choice. So from there, they were sitting on the couch, and the woman, the transgender woman, was like, oh, you give me a kiss. And she put her arms around him, tried to pull him in to give him a kiss. And he was like, no. And he refused to kiss. And people are saying that he is transphobic because he denied her advances. Look, listen and pay attention. I'm going to say this one damn time. No one has the right, and I can't believe the audacity of people to say he's transphobic because he did not want someone's sexual, physical advances, when we are literally talking daily about women and men who have been physically assaulted, molested, touched, or whatever from not wanting it. He didn't want that lady to kiss on him. That don't make him transphobic. It means he didn't want that. Because as people said, had Ginuwine did that to a female, they would call him, oh, he's a Bill Cosby, he's a Russell Simmons, he's a Weinstein. He's using his sexual prowess to force a girl to kiss him. Same goes for the transgender person tries to kiss. No, same goes for anyone, man, woman, or indifferent, who tries to force you to kiss them and you don't want it. Just because you don't want it does not make you wrong. You don't want it. And just because he did not want her to kiss him based on the fact that she was trans doesn't mean he's transphobic. It just means that ain't what he want. Okay? People like what they like. The fact that I don't like women doesn't make me what? I can't think of the word where you don't like gay people. Is it homophobic? Homophobic, girl. Duh. So, doesn't make me homophobic. It just means I don't like females. I like men. I'm not homophobic. And if a woman tried to kiss me and I said, girl, I'm not kissing you because you're a woman. I'm not homophobic. I'm just not gay. You know what I'm saying? And the same should go for trans. I feel like sometimes homosexuals and trans take it when someone just doesn't want to be with them based on the fact that they are trans as transphobic. And it's not transphobic. Not at all. If you can't, like if I say I don't like you personally, like I don't like you. I don't like you as a person. Why? Because you're trans. Because you're gay. Because you're black. Because you're short. Because you're tall. Because you're fat. Because you're skinny. That's wrong. Okay? That's being homophobic. That's being transphobic. That's being discriminated against for how a person is. Okay? But if I just don't want you to, if I think you're fine, you cool, we cool. Hey, I have nothing against you personally, but I don't want to date you. I don't want you to kiss on me. But I'm cool with you. It should be what it is. So to go after him is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I feel like they are attacking him for no goddamn reason. I feel like the issue should be, why did that lady try to kiss him? Keep your hands and your lips to yourself. Okay, point blank and period. And if you heard someone say, well, no, I wouldn't date a trans person, I wouldn't do that. Why try to kiss them? To me, that's offensive. Okay, you trying to mess with my manhood or my womanhood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because then it can be thinking people saying, well, Ginuwine on TV, he up there kissing a woman who used to be a man, just because someone forced it on him, or he shouldn't feel like he would have to accept kissing someone's trans just to not offend people who are trans. Everyone has the right to like what they like. And everyone has a right to say, you know what, I wouldn't want to date you. And when I say that, I mean you should not dislike someone because they're trans. You shouldn't dislike, and I mean like personally, like humanly is what I mean it. You know what I'm saying? You should not like someone because of their race and things like that. But you have every right to say, I think you're cool as a person. I have nothing against you. But no, I would not date you. And it just happens to be because you're trans. That's not what I'm into. Okay? I don't care that you now have a vagina. It used to be a penis. But I love you. Support you entirely in what you're doing and how you're living your life. Peace be unto you. Blessings that you're living your truth. But my truth is that I don't want to be with someone who did that. Because, and it's just basic human anatomy. If I knew a guy used to be a girl, I wouldn't want to date him either. Simply because that's just not what I'm into. It's not. And not only that, I would want to date a guy who was born a guy because I might want children later. A man might want to date a woman who was born a woman to birth him children. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there are many people who are okay with dating someone trans. And I think that's who you should try to date. Like, that's like, I don't like when gay people try to turn straight people gay. Not turn them gay, but when I have gay friends, and I've heard them say, man, I can turn people straight. I got so many people who claim they straight and they not, and I, and whatever happens, and so I bag them. Okay, you do you. Okay, don't try with me though. No, thank you, love you. You know what I'm saying? I think there has to be a tolerance for people who choose not to want to date someone because that's not their cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. And I was very aggravated that they were making it seem as if he was transphobic because he didn't want a trans woman to kiss him. He has the right to not want an unwanted kiss. If it was a female in general who he didn't want to kiss from, he shouldn't have to accept it. We can't put transphobic on everything, okay? We can't, because the truth be told, if he had a problem with a woman being trans, he would not have been sitting next to her having a fucking conversation in a friendly ass way. Because if he had an issue with someone who was trans, his ass would have been on the other side of the couch saying, I can't rock with you. I don't want to sit next to you. I don't like you because you're trans. He did not like that person because they were trans. He just said, I don't want to date you. Don't try to kiss me. I'm good. Thank you. So yeah, that was my whole thing with Ginuwine. It was stupid. I, that's probably why I don't watch the whole celebrity Big Brother stuff. But I know it's like interesting television, but I have no idea what channel come on. There's the people who be famous, like I don't ever see it here in like the States. So yeah, who knows? It is what it is. Next, Cardi B and Offset. So we have another sex tape snippet clip from Offset. Now this particular one, we don't know when it was released. Okay, we don't know if he's still cheating on Cardi or if he was cheating on Cardi from the beginning and now the sex tapes are just being released. We don't know what it is, but people was kind of upset that she hasn't left him, and she commented on social media saying, people want me to talk about it, what they want me to say. Like, do y'all want me to leave him, go be with somebody else and get cheated on again and start all over? She's like, no, people cheat, it happens, we have to move on from it. And people was trying to make it seem as if she was saying it's fine if someone cheats. You stay with them because who wants to start all over? I don't think that's what she was saying. I think what she's saying is he made some mistakes, I forgave him. Basically. Because I could leave him and start over with somebody else. But what if he cheats too? You know what I'm saying? And I think Cardi loves Offset. I honestly think that is true. But I can't wait to put my hair up in the ponytail. But at the same time, that is true. Where people do cheat. People do forgive. We don't... But look, Martin Luther King... MLK Day is around the corner. It's on Monday. Martin Luther King was a known philanderer. He was out there cheating on Coretta. And it was a known fact. And she didn't leave. She didn't leave. There have been stories of women who were aware that their man was doing things and they had to forgive. Well, no, maybe back in the day that's not a good example to use. Because I think back in the day people stayed because that's just what you did. Because men could just do whatever. I think in this, Beyonce, for example, Jay-Z cheated. She stayed with him. It is what it is. Dwayne Wade had a baby on Gabrielle Union. They said they were broken up at the time, but hey, it was still what it was. Ludacris had a baby in between, between him and his girlfriend supposedly broke up. I don't know what it is. But people like to make stars or famous people feel dumb for staying with their person because they messed up. And you people in the real world is with your man who not only cheat on you, he cheat on you, he broke, he probably don't have no damn job, he not a good person, and you up here standing with his stupid ass. So my thing is, if Cardi with a guy who cheated, let's hope and pray he said sorry. Let's hope and pray he's not continually to cheat. Let's hope and pray that the clips and the videos we've seen is not nothing continuing. Like, it's not like, he's still out here cheating and videos keep popping up. Because if she's staying at that point, then she's stupid. Because it's one thing to say he cheated and I'm staying with him because he apologized, and to say he's cheating on me continually and I don't care, I'm not going to leave because I have to start all over. I don't think that's what she was saying. I think she was saying that he did something and why would I leave because he made a mistake? We dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing too. Some people are so quick to leave a situation without trying to see if they can forgive someone. If you can't forgive and you leave, by all means, do that, what you have to do. But you can't talk about the next person who tries to make it work with someone who they're in love with. Sometimes you do have to give people a chance to make up for a mistake. And ain't nothing wrong doing that at all. I mean, like I said before in other videos, for some people, cheating is not the end-all, be-all of a relationship. Let her be great. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Oprah. So Oprah did this whole speech at the Golden Globes. And it was a great speech. It was a great, touching speech. It was amazing. From this speech, people started saying that she should run for president in 2020. I love Oprah. I've always watched her shows here and there. I've never bought nothing. I'm not like an Oprah super fan. Like, I will watch her show when it used to be on, and I watch the shows on her network, whatever. I think she's a great person. However, all that being said, I don't think Oprah should be president. Simply because I don't think a person making a great speech means they can be president simply because the president we have now is a fucking idiot. I think the reason we have such a fucking idiot as a president is because someone ran and people said, oh, he has businesses. He's business minded. He can be president. And now look what the shit that we in. And we have to be in for the next 2 years. Just a whole bunch of bullshit and fuckery. I think we need someone who is just not a fucking racist, who is not a fucking idiot, and who knows laws, regulations, and they know they're political. That's what we need. We don't need a reality star. We don't need a talk show host. We don't need an actor. We need someone we don't need somebody who just because they're popular. Because Oprah is just popular. And again, I'm like, why y'all saying she should run for president? Because she gave a good speech. How do we know that she wrote that whole damn speech? You know what I'm saying? I just, look, you can't keep just willy-nilly picking people to be president. That's how we fucking got Donald Trump. It's the fuck, and Oprah's a great businesswoman. She came from literally nothing, and she's a freaking billionaire. She's at least a 500. I think she's a billionaire. I think Oprah's a billionaire. She never in her life has to worry about money, and I hope in her will she leaves like money to like different orphan children. I mean, she has so much that you just think like, well, dang, what is she gonna do with all that money? Like, who will she leave it to? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could build a whole new country. You can build a whole third world country, Oprah. You know what I'm saying? You can do so much. It is what it is. But I just feel like you can't want someone as your president who has no political background simply because they gave a good speech at an award show. Can't do it. You just shouldn't do it. It's just stupid. And Oprah has never showed any initiative to want to be political. If Oprah wanted to even be in the political field, she could have. She could have became a mayor of Chicago. Hell, she could have become a governor of whatever state that she lives in. There's plenty of things that she could have put her foot in over these years if she ever wanted any kind of political career. And she hasn't. She stayed in the media field because that's her field of expertise and that's what she wants to do. I feel like let's not say let's have Oprah for president just because Donald Trump's a fucking idiot and he can't think clearly. He's just, he's a fucking racist and he's a fucking asshole and I hate him. I just can't stand Trump. I never will make a political video about anything politically like that or whatever. This is like an Oprah thing because I don't know enough about politics to even critique anything. What I do know is Trump is a fucking idiot. He's a fucking racist. He does not know what he's doing. And I feel like because he's so bad, people are grasping at straws. Oh, let's have Oprah run. Oh, let's have The Rock run. Let's have Tom Hanks run. For what? How do we know how they would be if they ran the country? That's stupid. So don't be up here telling people to be the president, to run for president based off a fucking speech. Now, could she help run some stuff in the presidential realm? Could she be like speaker? She could be speaker of the house. She can be the person who come out and talk about whatever's going on because she would be great at that, okay? She can be the Sean Spicer job dude. That's what she can be. She can do that job. I don't feel like Oprah should be president at all. And I love fucking Oprah. She can help a person be elected, but other than that, no. Two small things. Russell Simmons has now been accused by 13 women in total for assault, rape, and all that stuff. 2 more women just came up. I'm so sorry. I had drank too much pop. 2 more women, they're included in the 13, have came to accuse him of rape. Now look, when people were saying Russell Simmons was out here just coercing them into like having sex, not forcing them to do it, I was like, the truth is in the eye of the beholder. There could be 2 sides to that, to where he maybe didn't realize he was making them feel like they had no choice. When multiple people come up and say, no, he raped me, he took it, that's a whole different scenario. And we see that Russell is no longer defending himself and doing that whole, not me, or I didn't do it, moving or whatever the fuck he was doing. You know, I feel two ways about this. I feel like I hope these women are not lying. Um, because you know how they say, like, when so many people come forth, you know it can't be a lie. I just hope no one is taking advantage of that aspect of it. Because if Russell Simmons been out here all these years forcibly taking the coochie from people, he's a piece of shit. You know, he is right up there with Harvey Weinstein. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm conflicted on how to discuss it because I always feel like I hope no one's using the if you accuse them, they're guilty thing against him. You know what I'm saying? Um, because I just never pegged him as a rapist because he's so zen like and shit. But if you think about it, if you recall, Russell Simmons back in the day was different. You know, he was out there in the streets. He was doing drugs. He was hanging out. You know, it was the fucking 80s and the 90s where everyone partied and did drugs and fucked each other, and it was just a completely different era. Um, so I'm like, if you were out here raping bitches, you wrong. You're wrong. And is that why he's not quiet? Or is he quiet because his lawyers are building cases against the people accusing him because the people are lying? So I think all I would say is if he actually raped any of these people, he's a piece of shit. 100%. If anyone is lying about this, they're a piece of shit. And I think that's all I can say about that until, you know, more comes out about it. Lastly, Paris Jackson, who was Michael Jackson's daughter, I just found this funny and just whatever. Not funny as in ha ha ha, but like, girl, bye. She said that she was like, she picked up some hitchhikers. That was strike one, Paris Jackson, okay? Your dad didn't have y'all walking around in fucking costume masks for the first 10 years of y'all life for no damn reason. If he didn't teach y'all nothing else, he should have taught y'all you don't trust strangers and you don't just go picking people up off the side of the roads all willy-nilly. Picked up some hitchhikers, you know, just trying to help them, you know. The one girl was really messed up, so I helped them and did da-da-da-da. Turns out the damn hitchhikers stole her damn credit card. So she basically got robbed by some hitchhikers. But I'm like, here in Michigan, one, no one hitchhikes. You know, even if a car breaks down on the side of the road, you just have to walk until you get to the gas station or wait in your car for a cell phone. No one is like on the side of the road, like thumb out, like I need a ride to get to Texas. No one does that here in Michigan. I'm guessing that happens in whatever. I think she may have been in California. Look, I don't know if hitchhiking is normal in California. Anyone who picks up a stranger is crazy. Point, because they can rob you, they can murder you, they can do all kind of stuff. So when she's like, you know, not to be like, you know, I'm such a great person because I'm helping people out, but you know, I tried to help someone. You know, there was some hitchhikers. I picked them up, and they fucked up on my credit card. And I was like, why the fuck was you picking up hitchhikers? Like, do y'all do that in Cali or wherever she's at, like in Nevada and wherever? Does hitchhiking really, like, people really hitchhike? I've only seen it in movies. I swear I've only seen it in movies. And to know that in 2018 it's a serious thing that people pick up hitchhikers, you're fucking crazy. I think, girl, your daddy protected you and shielded you for enough years. Don't your ass be out here picking up hitchhikers. It's just stupid. And when she said it, I swear I laughed. Because I was like, why would your dumb ass pick up a hitchhiker in the first fucking place? So I laughed. I really, really did. And this cancel the goddamn credit card, leave it alone. But don't, you know, and from that, don't pick up no more goddamn hitchhikers, girl. Just leave it alone. And I think that's all of the famous stories I have to talk about. Well, like, A. Marie is pregnant. You know, the girl from The One Thing, you know. I'm not going to sing because I can't sing that high. She's pregnant. She's like 5, almost 6 months pregnant with her first child. She also just had her 30-something birthday. She's in her 30s. She might be 38. 30th birthday. So congrats to her. Tia announced that she's having a girl. Yay, yay, yay. Because she knows she has a boy. So now she'll have a girl and a boy. Her twin sister, Samara, already has a boy and a girl. So I think that's a great, great, great thing. You know, she had the whole issues getting pregnant with her endometriosis and stuff like that. So it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I still think that she's having twins, even though she said that she's not. She said she just has a big belly this particular time. She's having a big baby. But her mom even said, you know, well, you never know, because I didn't know that you and your sister were twins until I was 6 months pregnant, because one of you were hiding behind the other. So, because anyone who's seen her, she's about 5 months along, but she looks huge. Like, she looks like she's 9 months pregnant. So it is very possible that a twin is hiding behind the one baby. I don't know. Or she could just have a big belly, you know. But I would love it if she had twins. And what else? I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I'm pretty sure once I stop recording, I'm going to upload. I'm going to say, damn it, why didn't I say A, B, C, D, E, F, and G? So, yeah. But let me finish this here. I'm going to watch Married to Medicine now to get that up and review for you guys. Tomorrow we have Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have The Shy. I will also be reviewing this TV show called Divorce that comes on HBO with Sarah Jessica Parker, because I think it's fucking hilarious. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to be reviewing tomorrow for Sunday. And then, of course, we have the whole week of all these shows back, because we have Scandal's coming back. I think I'm going to do Scandal. We have How to Get Away with Murder is back. I'm going to review that. I'm going to get back into just reviewing the shows I said I was going to review, point blank and period. Because now that I have multiple devices to record on, I'm not limited to just having one device and having to wait until something is uploaded to do more things. You know, I'm going to have 3 devices. No, I have 4. I have 2 phones, the iPod and the iPad. I'm getting a 3rd phone in like a week or 2. I'm going to go ahead and get the S8 Galaxy. So I'll be able to give you guys as many reviews as I possibly can. So, yeah. But anywho, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Until next time, people. Peace.